Today in the crypto space, we see the market getting a nice green bounce to the upside. Bitcoin right around that $69,000 level, up approximately 2%. Ethereum doing pretty good at around $3,800, going steady. The rest of the crypto space, the altcoins, some good gainers like Caspa, Phantom. We have Floki doing pretty good and a few others. However, there are some projects that are slowly going sideways and however looking for that bounce to the upside as well. In today's video, I want to talk about the general market. I'm going to use Bitcoin as a leading indicator, but more importantly, I want to talk about one project, one altcoin that is looking pretty good, and that project is called Dynex. So you know what? Let's talk about the news, let's analyze the charts, and let's strategize to capitalize. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins, looking for opportunities. Whether we go up or down, bearish or bullish, it doesn't matter. All we want to do is stay one step ahead of the market so that we can capitalize on any of the volatility. And if you appreciate the strategy, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, including the live streams at 7:30 Eastern, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you have any projects you want me to cover on the channel, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on the socials. The links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's see what's going on here with the overall market. We can see that generally speaking, BNB is getting a nice bounce to the upside, 4.5%. You know, Bitcoin as well, Ethereum kind of going sideways. BNB is looking pretty strong, considering it looks like we might be seeing the beginning of a potential rotation into a lower cap altcoin. Still large caps, no doubt, but to see BNB show a little bit of strength right now is pretty good. It's encouraging nonetheless. Solana as well, not too bad. It's up only 2%, but still, you know, up in comparison to even Ethereum for that matter. So not bad. A lot of sideways, XRP going sideways, of course. Toncoin getting a nice bounce to the upside, but then getting a quick times retracement to slightly lower levels. Cardano going sideways, a lot of sideways. However, we are seeing some good gainers today. Some of them are doing really good. Some of them are still going sideways, waiting for a decent bounce to the upside. What else do we have? ICP sideways, a lot of sideways price action today. FET is doing pretty good, and then all of a sudden we have Caspa. Caspa is rocking right now, 17% to the upside. Definitely man of the match. Caspa it is doing really good here. Guys, this is the time where you should be getting slightly defensive. It doesn't mean to exit positions, but what it does mean is, you know, put your stop losses into profit. Take 10% off the top to reward yourself for the risk that you did take by building a position at the bottom of the range. Guys, we called a great entry here on the channel about 3 weeks ago, or it was right before it was starting to wake up, and finally woke up and it's trying to reach for much higher levels, guys. Caspa is a great gainer today, so congrats to you guys if you happen to get into a Caspa position. Render going sideways, doing its thing. HBAR getting a bit of relief to the upside, but slowly pulling back. What else do we have? A lot of sideways, guys. It looks like this market is ready to slowly basically show us some of these altcoins pop off one by one. Stocks looking good based off of the Bitcoin narrative. Bitcoin has been showing us a bit of strength today. Floki 16% move to the upside. Floki's been a great performer in the last little while. You got to admit, guys, you know, for a large cap, $2.6 billion market cap project, we're looking at some good moves here for Floki. So I'm happy to see that happen. What else do we have? Altcoin still doing good, although in a bit of a consolidation. Still doing very good. It could look like a flag that's being formed at the current moment, so let's be patient there before you get into any positions. Let's see what happens with that consolidation. Phantom, a miniature bull flag on lower time frames, possibly. What else do we got? We keep on going down. The market is waking up slowly, guys, way slowly. Look at the Gala, a nice rally up 4.5% to the upside. We also have Athena waking up, slow grind to the upside, 11%, so that's a good one. Say waking up just a little bit, but hopefully we get major moves. Axie Infinity, Flare, we got some good gainers today. However, I feel like it's just the beginning. Where we could expect bit by bit some of the narratives, some of the basically the market cap. We're going to see a lot of the rotation happen into lower cap altcoins, starting with the blue chips and the large caps. And of course, that is an indication of an altcoin season. So guys, we're going to be monitoring the altcoin season narrative very, very closely, following Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the Bitcoin dominance. And of course, today we're going to be taking a look at the Dynex chart. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I know you're here to talk about charts, so let's get right into it. Bitcoin, at the end of the day, is still within the consolidations and respecting the TA, guys. We've been following Bitcoin spot on in the last little while. We've found this bottom and we covered it. We found this little level, nice bottom, and we covered it. And at the end of the day, we can see that the price action is ready to continue to the upside. And it is very possible I remain bullish until my bullish thesis is invalidated. And at this current moment, there's no indication for me to get bearish. All right, guys, let's look at this in a little bit more detail. Honestly, as long as we stay above this thick yellow line right here, I'm bullish. We're good. Even if we came down, and we came down to this level, as long as we stay above this level right here, which is at about 60,500, I'm still bullish. The reality is this is a huge bull flag. And if we look at what's happening right here, we got a mini bull flag within this impulsive move or cup and handle, whatever it is. At the end of the day, we're still bullish, guys. We're bullish. There's no real reason to get bearish at this level. We're looking for the breakout. We're looking for a move to the upside. If we start breaking horizontal levels downwards, okay, we'll reassess and reevaluate. But at the current state, there's no real reason for me to get bearish. I'm continuing my bullish stance. I'm still looking for bullish projects at bottom levels, great risk to reward ratio opportunities. That way I can deploy capital accordingly. And of course, you know, there are a lot of good options. There's a lot of good projects that have been doing well. Caspa was one of them. Of course, Dynex is looking pretty good, and a lot of other projects that are ready to start running. All right, guys. So generally speaking, we see that the volatility is ready to push to the upside. Also here with Bitcoin, the orange line is definitely pushing up. The momentum is going to continue to the upside. You guys remember what I said? This was the time to start entering long positions. We have the expansion that's ready to continue up. The green expansion, look at this green expansion, and we have another one in the works, so be prepared. If we see the momentum get overbought, guys, that's where we're going to get the majority of the move out of the Bitcoin price to the upside. So I'm paying attention to this because this could be the move that we're waiting for to see Bitcoin break the previous highs. And if it gets into price discovery again, it's very likely we're going to get an expansion to the upside, and then of course we're going to see a green market once again. All right, guys, so looking pretty good overall. The trend at the end of the day, a short-term dip, and remember what I said, we could get that EMA cross similar to what happened here. Okay, nice rally up, short-term retracement, continuation, nice rally up, short-term retracement, and then continuation. Is it possible? You bet it is. It is very, very possible, and I'm preparing my portfolio accordingly because right now there's no real indication to be bearish unless we invalidate our bullish thesis. Guys, I'll definitely keep you posted on any invalidations, but as of now, I'm holding steady, guys, holding steady with my conviction. All right, guys, let's move on. There's nothing much else to be said here. We'll touch upon Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the Bitcoin dominance tonight at 7:30. So feel free to join me then where we talk about crypto news and price action. All right, guys, let's begin talking about Dynex. DNX is the ticker. Guys, this project is quite interesting. Not only is it a layer one, but it's an AI project. It is a DePIN project. It is part of an potentially up and coming narrative, the DeSci narrative. And ultimately, we are seeing some good price action that is respecting the price action. We need to see the price respect the price action. So what do I mean by that? Ultimately, let's look back. Let's look back what happened here. We got a class A bullish divergence right here, a horizontal support. We saw that here on the momentum was definitely pivoting right at these levels. As the price was coming down, we saw the momentum shifting up. Then all of a sudden, follow through, take profit. Perfect take profit, guys. We nailed it right on the top. Perfect setup. Then we come back down. We make a lower low. All good. No big deal because now we fell through the volume gap. This volume gap was identified way early, guys. Volume gaps are weak spots in the chart that I like to take full advantage of. And we could see that not only did we fall through the volume gap, but we respected the bottom of the volume gap. And as we are kind of bouncing around in this volume gap, we are filling up the volume gap to the point that now we have volume in here. It's no longer a major weak spot. Although it is a bit weak, it's still weak because ultimately you can see that the volume here on the volume profile is a lot weaker than this. But the way we are respecting the TA suggests that we could ultimately see this thing bounce right back up to previous highs and previous price action. I don't see this potentially falling much lower. Right, it could happen, but the way we do see the momentum trending to the upside all of a sudden and volatility pushing up, and we're looking for that breakout out of a Class A bullish divergence once again right out of here. Lower lows on the price action, and look at the momentum right following even this low and this low. This is a class A bullish divergence at horizontal supports once again. Now, if we connected all of this, right, and we can see it's still coming down, ultimately the higher time frames should look interesting. Right, we want to see this eventually pivot as well. We want to see that the trend is going to start to pivot to the upside on the weekly. We want to see the momentum also pivot to the upside. So we're going to keep an eye on the weekly as well, because ultimately that's where the bigger moves are. But really, the way things look right now with volatility at the bottom and seeing this thing push to the upside, I wouldn't be surprised if it does get into overbought conditions and all of a sudden start seeing a bigger expansion. So I'm preparing by DCA both green arrows right now. Right into here, I bought my first buy opportunity. Now into here, buy orders triggered, which is great. And as soon as I see more consolidation, if we do come down, get a confirmation low, a higher low as a confirmation, guys, I would be happy to deploy more capital. And that's part of the DCA strategy, to deploy capital bit by bit as you get confirmations in the market, as the market gives you confirmations and gives you confidence in the fact that we are ready for another move to the upside. Now, just keep in mind, yes, we could come down. If we start breaking below this horizontal, guys, it doesn't look good, because you got to ask yourself, where's the next horizontal supports? Are we going to rely on all these little choppy price actions looking left? I won't. After this, guys, I'm not deploying any more capital. It looks great. It looks like we're picking up a bit of volume right into here. Look at the volume, pretty good. The momentum looks great. And what about the trend? Let's take a look at the trend. The trend is looking good as well, because we got bullish divergence. We're getting a bit of follow through. The EMAs are facing up with green histogram bars, and the expansions are slowly getting smaller over time. As you can see, we're slowly trending to the upside, which is what we want to see as we are pushing down the price. We see that the momentum or the trend strength is slowly weakening. We want it to get strong, and we want it to get into the bullish control zone side of things, which is in the top half of the oscillator. So both trend are giving us lots of confirmation, trend and momentum. In fact, I like the way the momentum is right now. Based on this custom indicator, we're getting 3 little dots suggesting, yes, we're getting a lot of confluence for potential pivot here on momentum. And a pivot at the bottom of the range is exactly what we need to build a position at the bottom. Guys, we look for bottoms. We look for great risk to reward ratio opportunities. And of course, we look for bottoms so that we can get in at a position of strength rather than waiting for a bounce and getting into those green candles. Now, I know today, you know, Dynex, DNX has been doing very well. Look at this green. And I know at this, in the lower time frames, if you start looking at the 4 hour, it does look overheated. You can see that ultimately we could get rejected and come back down for a bit of a dip. And guys, prepare for it. If you look at the 4 hour time frame, for example, we are hitting horizontal resistance. Do we break through the resistance? Well, guess what? If you think that it's going to break out right now based on this little volume, you have to anticipate that you are going to have to trade this as a breakout trader. And if you look at the momentum, it's overbought. If you look at the volatility, it's overbought. If you look at the green expansion, it's already overbought and well overextended. So that means that you're taking a bit of risk. But if you look at the daily looks like it wants to eventually continue to the upside. So what I'm trying to say here is, guys, on short-term time frames like the 4 hour, if we do come down for a bit of a backtest, a confirmation low, a higher low, even if we come down and touch the point of control at about 50 cents, and or maybe we come down even a little bit lower, down to the 45-cent mark. Whatever the case is, DCA, guys. DCA, buy the dips nice and slowly, accumulate a bit of a range right into this level. We can come down to the golden pocket. We can come down to the 786, 886 retracements and still maintain a nice bullish divergence here on the price relative to the momentum on the daily. So the daily showing you strength, while the 4 hours looking for a potential pullback. But that's totally fine, because we'll take full advantage of the short-term pullbacks to build a stronger and larger position so that we can definitely capitalize when we do see the daily flourish to the upside. Look at the expansion here on the trend, guys. It's undeniable. Look at this. EMA's facing up, green histogram bars to the upside, and a nice purple expansion to the upside with regards to trend. Lots of strength in the trend reversal as we speak. So, guys, do we actually break out or do we get a reversal here? Guys, breakout trader on the 4 hour. The daily looks great still for an accumulation. confirmation, DCA nice and slowly as we build confirmations all into the zone because it does look great, and stop losses to invalidation is below 40 cents. It doesn't look good, and that level, that's when you have to critical decisions. Do you stop yourself out, or you just take it on the chin and start hardening and in fact start DCAing a little bit more? I'll keep you guys posted. Join me live at 7:30 Eastern. We'll talk about this setup a little bit more tonight, and of course if you have any other projects you want me to cover, that is a great time and place to make those requests. Guys, take care, have a good one, and don't forget, buy the dip.